Lawrence takes an L. Okay, boys, so that's what this video is all about right here. Oh, that is such a hug, Daddy. Whoa, there's Spencer boy. So, I remember making a video just talking about how I really didn't think Lawrence was going to continue this crazy, rookie perfection kind of streak thing that he had going. I know there's a metric load and a half dudes out there that thought that, Jett was going to continue going perfect, like nobody can touch him. Oh my God, he's so amazing. Oh, dude, right? And this is a hug, Daddy. Not to take anything away from Jett Lawrence at all. I mean, it's impressive to have a perfect rookie motocross season regardless of who was there or what happened or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take anything away from Lawrence, but I honestly feel like a lot of people are a bit tricked up on what they think about Jett Lawrence and what kind of level that they think that he's really on. A lot of people have this idea that Jett Lawrence is on this literally untouchable, nobody can even get in his realm, like he's in a whole nother solar system, like, he's not even trying, especially once we got, like, I would say, about like fourth round of the outdoor championship, right about that time, Sexton got hurt, right? Oh, just barely making that jump, bro. Right about that time Sexton got hurt, people were just losing their minds about Jett Lawrence. And lo and behold, we get here in this very first SuperMotocross playoff round, and Jett Lawrence goes out there and gets one of his kind of mediocre starts in the first moto. He doesn't really catch up as fast as what a lot of people thought he would have. I don't even remember what he got in the first moto, but it certainly wasn't a dub, okay? Then he goes out in the second moto. I will give him credit. In the second moto, Jett went out there and caught all the way back up to second place. So, like, you saw a glimpse of it there in the second moto, basically his outdoor magic that he had during the perfect outdoor season. You saw a little bit of it there in the second moto, but also Hunter Lawrence, I wanted to mention that in this video. Neither one of the Lawrence brothers really did what I feel like a lot of us thought they were going to do in the first SuperMotocross playoff round, which is kind of interesting. That's a quad, Daddy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I felt like we were all kind of like, where is the Lawrence bros that have been absolutely dominating all year long? Where are they at? A lot of people are going to blame like it's because they thought the track was going to be more supercrossy and it was kind of this weird hybrid thing that was a lot more motocrossy, whatever, right? But like, it's a lot of pressure, I mean, for being Jett Lawrence or Hunter Lawrence, them boys were so focused on those actual Supercross and Motocross championships. I feel like now that we're to the Super Motocross, it's just a little more like they're already kind of on break mode, I guess you could say. They're already like, bro, we've had to put in all this time and all this effort and all this energy in winning these Supercross and Motocross championships, whereas all their other competitors, they're just ripping and raring and ready to go in the Super Motocross playoff rounds, because that's like their last-ditch effort to actually win something big towards the end of this year before we get to next year, right? But the Lawrence brothers have already done it. They've already done it this year. And I'm sure Jett was tired of that perfect kind of pressure, 450 perfection pressure. I'm sure he was just ready to take a loss, move on, and then go out there and get some good results after the fact, right? But Lawrence didn't even win either one of the motos. Neither one of the Lawrence brothers won any of the four motos at Super Motocross Playoff Round 1, which is kind of shocking, but that's what happened. So, I'm sure Jett, he just wanted to get that perfect outdoor season, and now he's not so, like, having to think about being this never defeated. That was such a weird, like, storyline and thing that the motocross, like, news and media outlets were pushing, and, like, they were pushing it on the broadcast and stuff, like, this rookie, he's still undefeated. Jett Lawrence still goes undefeated. The kid is still undefeated. It's like, bro, settle down a little bit. Like, somebody is eventually gonna beat Jett Lawrence. Like, calm down. You know, just because he got that perfect outdoor season does not mean that he is gonna have a, you know, an absolutely perfect 450 career where nobody ever beats the kid. I swear, certain things in the motocross media get blown way out of proportion to try to add, like, excitement value to it or shock value to it. Really, everything on the internet is like that now, but especially like motocross storylines and news lines about certain riders and stuff. If it's any little thing that they can remotely blow up into something bigger, they're going to try to do it, you know? So, but it's like, I just don't believe this weird storyline of like, well, Jett Lawrence is not even trying, you know, when... And like the couple races in outdoors where like he would get challenged a little bit or he wouldn't get as good of a start, then he would have to catch all the way back up. Yeah, but it's all circumstantial. It's all like, you got to look at where all of his competitors are in their careers and what they're doing. And, you know, we think that Sexton's on his way out at Honda. All that crazy drama throughout the outdoor championship. Like, I'm just telling you right now, had Tomac or Sexton been there and been the same kind of dudes that they were last year in outdoors, Jett Lawrence would not have had a perfect outdoor rookie season. There is no way in hell. Like, sure, you can say that Jett is like, you know, on that same sort of caliber as like a Sexton or a Tomac or whatever. You know, maybe not even Tomac yet. I mean, Tomac never got a perfect season, but also Jett's got a long ways to go in his 450 career. You know what I'm saying? Jett still doesn't have any 450 Supercross wins or championships or anything like that. So even though Jett's done really well, it's still just getting started here. You know, I would not be going down this thought process of like, well, Jett Lawrence is just going to dominate everybody for the next decade and a half, bro. Just get ready, bro. Like, that's just so silly to me that people are thinking that. It's like, of course, when you take away Tomac, and you take away Sexton for a certain amount of rounds, and you take away Cooper Webb, and Dylan Ferrandis is, you know, it's probably his last season ever. Like, all these other factors come into play. I think we need to put to rest this weird thought process of, like, Jett Lawrence he's more than just, you know, towards the upper echelon of the 450 class right now. He's, like, on a whole nother division in itself, and nobody else is even, you know, they can't even see Jett Lawrence for how far ahead he is of everybody else. I just don't believe that. I think he's on that elite kind of level where he can win championships, but also I think he's still on that same kind of human level where he can be beaten by some of the other better dudes in the class, you know, best dudes in the class, like a Chase Sexton or even like a Cooper Webb in Supercross. I could see Cooper Webb beating Jett Lawrence in a main event next year on that Star Yamaha. If he's really clicking, everything's going for him, I feel like he could beat Jett Lawrence. I feel like Jason Anderson, if everything's clicking for him like it did back when he won his Supercross championship, you know, or that championship he was really running with Tomac, he could really compete with Jett Lawrence. It just all depends on if those other dudes are fully clicking or not, you know. I feel like Jett he's just on that sort of a level. It's not like Jett is over here on this crazy next level that, you know, Sexton can't touch him, Tomac can't touch him, you know, Webb can't touch him, Anderson can't, nobody can touch him. Bro, that's just crazy talk. That's just crazy talk, brother. I'm just telling you right now, that is just crazy talk, brother. So either way, definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys thought, but I feel like Jett losing in the, you know, the first SuperMotocross playoff, not just losing, but, you know, losing in both of the motos, I mean, that just kind of goes to show you right there. I mean, it's like Jett just did something special for one outdoor season. That's what I feel like really happened, you know. He was able to capitalize on everybody else, you know, having their weird little shit going on, and the dudes that were out and the dudes that missed races. Jett was really able to capitalize on all that. And he was able to squeak through and get a perfect season. But there was a bunch of the rounds this year in outdoors where Chase Sexton was a second, 1 second behind Jett Lawrence, okay? That is not just, you know, Jett Lawrence managing the race, or Jett Lawrence ain't even trying, and if they do try, then he'll speed back up. 1 second behind Jett Lawrence is not that. Do you see what I'm saying? And there was more than a couple of races, motos, and outdoors this year where Chase Sexton was a second, finished like a second or two behind Jett Lawrence. That was Jett Lawrence giving it everything he had. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Jett Lawrence is amazing. He's elite. He's championship 450 level dude. Like, I'm in total agreements with that. But to already jump to this conclusion of, like, Jett Lawrence is some 450 class god, or he's some untouchable, absolute, legendary, like, I just think we need to be careful about saying that right now. You know, he's still got a ways to go. Yes, he got the perfect 450 outdoor rookie season, which puts him in the Stewart, you know, Carmichael category forever. You can never take that away from him. But also, I do think he will be beaten. Like, I don't think Jett Lawrence is just going to win every single one of the rest of the 450 championships that he competes in. I don't believe that. I think he'll have some good results, and he'll have some championships, but, you know, he's still got a long ways to go when you start talking about really racking up the Supercross championships and the Motocross, like, championships, you know. He's still got a little ways to go, guys. I mean, seriously, though. He is amazing. He is awesome. But, like, he's not this untouchable god that some of y'all boys had him painted out to be. He's just not that. And I feel like him losing already at this first SuperMotocross playoff race just kind of goes to show you that a little bit. So, either way, man, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. I'll see you boys on that next one. Later, dudes.